What's crack-a-lack-a-lack-a-lack-a-lackin', everybody? Welcome in to the Guys FF Week 9 recap show. Got my brother Big Draft Energy in the building. We got Monday Night Football tonight. We're going over our pick'ems. We're going to go game by game, where we're right, where we're wrong, looking at all the games from Week 9. And goddamn, the injuries keep piling up. How we doing, BD? What's good, man?
Living the dream, man. Another day, another fucking devastating injury. Like that, like Scatabo injury, that one hurt the soul. I think this Tucker Craft injury just put the nail in the coffin. Honestly, it just hurts, man. It hurts.
What about how disgusting that freaking Jaden Daniels elbow twist was, man?
Jaden Daniels' injury does not come as a shock or surprise to me. I expected it. I projected it. You heard it all off season. I literally just posted the clip where we were on the Fantasy Advice and shout out to the guys from the Fantasy Advice Network where we were on their show, and I said, "Sell now, sell high." On JD5 because this is the highest his price will ever be. And like, God bless him, speedy recovery to him. Shame on Dan Quinn and Kingsbury for
keeping him in the game
and keeping him in the game. Shame on
God. You see his presser where he's like, "Man, that's on me. I wanted one more drive." And God, that was gross, man. I couldn't even watch that replay. That one hurt. So, what's good, Daniel? How we doing? He says, "What's up?" Sleaze BDE Motivation Sports says, "Sleaze, I might be cooked. I'm up 23 points with Brandon Aubrey left. We lost BDE to the Matrix right now. Opponent has Pickens and McBride. Dude, I like McBride for a monster night tonight. What's good, Bloody? How we doing, brother? Let me get BDE back in here. The Matrix got him.
Can you hear me all right?
I got you, yeah.
Yeah, I got this, like, I keep getting these weird power surges randomly, and then just everything goes out.
Canada, eh?
Canada, eh? Fuck yeah, eh?
So we'll start it off. I'll take the first game here. You throw in any thoughts you have on the side of it. It was the Bears-Bengals massive shootout, almost a 90-point game, 47-42. Colston Loveland with the clutch bounce off the tackle touchdown for the win, which was absolutely disgusting. We both had Caleb, I believe, in our top 6. We both had him as a smash. Everyone said to start Kyle Manunza. I think that was one of the easiest calls of the week. And then BDE said you'd get a touchdown through the air and receiving for DJ Moore, and he
on
threw one
the ground and in the air, but it wasn't receiving. It was a passing touchdown. Nevertheless, I'm gonna fucking take it.
That was pretty nice. Interesting enough was, man, 90-point game. Romo Dunze put up a goose egg. I can't believe that. I had him as a smash play. Zacchaeus saw freaking 8 targets compared to his, I believe, 3 with no catches, which was terrible.
Yeah,
and I'd throw out that Joe Flacco, man, is a 20-point play every single week at this point. He is lights out with this offense. Chase Brown didn't get it done on the ground. P. Ryan got hurt in this game. I'm still not buying into Taj Brooks at all. If any, maybe a handcuff play.
Chase Brown got you what, like 17, 19 fantasy points?
Yeah, he got it done to the air big time. 8 receptions, 75.
Yeah.
And Chase pops out 100. Higgins with the fucking, what an amazing catch Higgins made. It was absolutely lights out. And man, I think they just kind of ruined the Joe Burrow comeback with these last 2 games for the Bengals, losing them both at the very end of the game. I don't know if they're going to start to sell pieces off like Hendrickson or what's going to happen here. I don't think they're going to first for him, but I think the Joe Burrow return for the playoff run, that really hurt him these last 2 weeks.
I don't think they re-sign him just to trade him. I don't think there's a world where that happens.
Right. Any other takes on this game?
I want to talk about like the post-game pressure, if you want to just take a moment to talk about that, because like every time Chase Brown says something that's kind of like counterintuitive and probably like the thing you shouldn't do as a football player, where you're throwing, half of your team under the bus, it always ends up pretty bad for him. And I'm really invested. So hopefully, he can back up his talk, because like ultimately this guy is talking shit like he's leading the league in rushing. But he only has, like, as a team, they have 293 rushing yards, which is unacceptable. And he's out here calling out his defense saying, get a stop. We'll control the time of possession and gain first downs on the ground as a running back. I don't like when you call your fucking your teammates out for nonsense and bullshit when you are responsible for nonsense and bullshit. And he didn't start playing good until like the last 2 or 3 weeks. So I love Chase Brown as a great, fantastic rest of season running back.
Did you see his snap share, man? 96%.
Well, Samaje Perine went down, and I mean, I tried to tell you guys it was what's that rookie that you guys, you and James,
Taj Brooks.
It was never Taj Brooks. I see. I can't even remember his fucking name. It was
Yeah,
never
it was
Taj Brooks.
never.
It's
That's why I said
fucking
I'm not even
Zach
interested
Moss
in
all
him.
over again.
Yeah, I don't like when he does that either. But I mean, Chase Brown still had a good game. The Bengals just get screwed at the end every time, man. It just seems like it's not their year again.
Yeah.
Man, Caleb Williams, that offense looks like it's going to be threatening. I know it's the Bengals, but still, they get the Giants next week. Look for it again here. Heading on to the Vikings, Lions. We'll catch up with the chat. What's good? Daniel says, I feel bad for JD5, man. That was ugly, man. Really, really ugly. Gladys says, I played Vidal and Gibbs and benched Rico. Down by 30. I have Pickens and Aubrey. How painful a defeat like this with Rico on the bench. Man, I would have said bench Rico in that situation too. The Green Bay Packers are a lights out Rundy, and he just absolutely lit him up, man. So, I mean, I would have gone with probably the same analysis you did there, Gladys. So, sucks to say that. What's up, Craig? How we doing? JD5, yikes. So you got the Vikings Lions game. Your boy JJ McCarthy with a dub. Break it down for me.
Just like we drew it up, JJ McCarthy came back and he looked really good and really impressive. There's still a lot to clean up, but he found not just Justin Jefferson on that sweet over the shoulder touch pass where Justin Jefferson found the end zone, but he also found TJ Hawkinson, and he made TJ Hawkinson fantasy relevant like we projected. JJ McCarthy has the most advantageous schedule rest of season for the quarterback position. I mean, we got like Sleaze, he's looking at it. Debro looked at it. A bunch of people are. Pat Fitzmaurice is looking at our rest of season charts right now. And if you guys want access to the rest of season charts to know who's a good buy low and who has great fantasy football schedule, sign up on the Guys FF Premium, and that comes as part of the package. But yeah, man, JJ McCarthy is going to be spectacular and special the rest of the way. He looked really good. The Aaron Jones injury was. I mean, like they're saying it's day to day. He should play next week. I'm shocked. Jahmyr Gibbs was like borderline RB1 for me. I did have
terrible.
I did have CMC as RB1, but I had Jahmyr Gibbs as RB2, and it was pathetic. It was putrid. It was a terrible outing. He got. Well, I think David Montgomery doubled his production. It was always Sam Laporta, the original Laporta supporter, said Laporta was going to smash. Laporta smashed. That was fun to see. Jared Goffel looked Gerald Goffel, and I think like it was the perfect thing to happen for Detroit Lions fans because like I don't know if you recall, but Jonathan Coe came into the chat prior.
He was riding high.
And he was riding high, talking shit, running his mouth, and then they just got smacked. They absolutely slapped by an in-division rival, and humble pie is delicious. I love humble pie, especially when I'm not eating it.
I would throw in one thing that I missed at the beginning of the year is Amon-Ra is just always a first round pick. I mean, this guy is just it doesn't matter with him. And then Jameson Williams, man, D-Bro, he did get super lucky though. I feel like walking that tightrope, but it was a nice catch, nice play for him.
What was it? 6 receptions,
4 receptions, 66 yards, but he caught the bomb for 40 for the touchdown. And then he like tight-roped it while he was getting hit. It was very nice. They reviewed it. It was good to go there. Stat says traded Dowdle and Keenan Allen for Nico right before kickoff. Yikes. I would have done the same thing. Have CMC, Cook, Bucky, Vidal as my other running backs, but it still stings. It does, but I would have done the same thing for Nico. I can't lie there. Dowdle's just been great. Alex says Jettas and Chase Brown for Rice and Dowdle. Oof. I think I'm taking that, bro. I would take Rice and Dowdle side here.
No,
I like Rashee Rice better than I like Jettas the rest of the way, and I definitely like Dowdle more than Chase Brown.
I put way too much time and way too much work to look at rest of season stuff where Chase Brown and Justin Jefferson are both must targets for rest of season, plus their fantasy playoff schedule. So no, I'm 100% not taking Rashee Rice and Rico Dowdle for Chase Brown and Justin Jefferson.
Why? Why not? Why not Rice over Jettas? I don't care about schedule when you have Patrick Mahomes.
Schedule, and like we know for a fact that the S tier is always going to be Jettas. Rashee Rice has looked good, but the wheels could fall off, or he could go, catch another case eventually. Like at the end of the day, rest of season rankings, who do you have ranked higher? Do you have Justin Jefferson?
Rashee Rice.
Yeah, I have Justin Jefferson ranked higher than Rashee Rice, but they're neck and neck.
I mean, Rashee Rice is averaging 22 points a game since coming back, and Jefferson hasn't even cracked 20.
It's a much smaller sample size.
I know, but if you look at Jetta's 16, 14, 11 with JJ McCarthy, 25, 22, 20, I'm taking that all day.
Yep.
Rasheed
Yeah.
Rice.
I mean, you're entitled to your opinion. Give me Jettas and give me Chase Brown all day.
Bloody says Dart, Flacco, Jordan Love, rest of the season. I would have said Love, but now we've got Kraft down. Now we've got Watson down, or not Watson, Matthew Golden with a shoulder. Should be like week to week with him, or possibly back. We don't know yet. I guess I'm gonna go with, man, if Flacco stays out there, he's hard to not say Flacco. I mean, they're not gonna be running the ball much. I guess I go Dart for the rushing upside though, but I like Flacco a lot. Who
Jordan
do you
Love.
like? You
Jordan
like
Love.
Love still?
Yep.
Baron says trade Olave and JCM for Pittman. I think I'm doing that, man. Tyler Shuck did not look like he was gonna target Olave at all. I hope that changes, in the Kellen Moore system, especially with how they use him in the slot.
I thought that was Olave in his profile picture. It's Michael Thomas. Yeah, go ahead, trade away Olave.
I think I would. He says need a tight end: Ertz, Loveland, Musgrave, Barner, Hawkinson, or Schultz rest of the season. Dude, Vikings have one of the best tight end schedules. But man, if Loveland gets going, it's tough. It's between those two for me. Who do you like rest of the way?
I mean, I'm not going to pick one rest of the way because none of these guys are in that upper echelon.
Vikings have such a beautiful schedule, though.
I mean, we're talking about playing the streaming game. You got to keep playing the streaming game here with your tight end position because, like, one of them is not going to cut it rest of the season.
Right. If they trade Komet, though, man, Loveland, woo. High stakes, lost 85. Need a QB. Should I pick up Flacco and JJ, or should I trade May? No, I'm keeping May, and I'm picking up JJ McCarthy. Drake May's schedule is too good.
Caleb's available as well.
I'd pick up Caleb over JJ for sure, too. But man, that must be a short league there, Craig, with those guys on the waiver wire.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we covered 2 games. We're looking at the Panthers. God, I get this ugly game, man. Panthers 16-13 win over the Green Bay Packers. And what's crazy is the Packers have 2 losses, and it's the Browns and the Panthers, which is disgusting. Bryce Young only threw for 102 yards in the game, and they won because Dowdle rushed for 130 and 2 teeters. Chuba has become an afterthought, which sucks. You hope he's kind of traded by the deadline if you own him in fantasy. Ted McMillan, you were right. He didn't have a good game at all. I thought he'd get a lot of volume at the end of the game in garbage time, but they ended up winning the game.
So I said that again. I was what?
You're right on Tet. I like Tet. You didn't like Tet. That was a hit there.
Yeah, I was wrong in so many areas too, but please keep going.
Jordan Love, decent game. Interception, couldn't get a touchdown. Their passing game is going to be a nightmare all year long, I feel like now. Even worse with Kraft gone. I think people are going to think it's going to help the wide receivers, but I think Musgrave's going to be a better addition than people think. Like he was a second-round pick coming out. Josh Jacobs, again, another good game for him. Finds the end zone every single week. Nothing new there. And if there was like any kind of thing I would throw out is Jatavion Sanders, man. He keeps getting these plus matchups and nothing happens for him. So I was, you were kind of high on him coming in as well, and it's just been nothing. So that's just
coming into the season. I was high on him. Coming into this week, no, I was not.
That's what I meant. Like coming into the season, we were both kind of high on him, and he's been terrible. So that's not good there.
Bryce has been dog shit.
Are you worried about the Packers?
I'm not. I'll say this: the only thing that I'm worried about the Packers moving forward is Josh Jacobs' Achilles.
I think their play calling is terrible.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: when Green Bay's successful, they're feeding Josh Jacobs. They're building off of the play action. Josh Jacobs isn't doing it with the volume like we've seen in the past. Like he's not getting a lot of work, and they're trying to rest him. Like we
he got 17 carries for 87.
17 carries is not enough for Josh Jacobs in that kind of game script. Let's be honest.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
Right? It's not enough. That's why they lost. That's the only reason why they lost. They could not control the time of possession. And when you're putting Jordan Love in a situation where it's a drop back or the play action is just not trustable or believable, you're not going to be successful moving forward. I'm really concerned about Josh Jacobs rest of the season, just based off of the Achilles, the calf. Like I'm trying to sell him anywhere and everywhere. Like I just don't want it.
You still got the Packers going to the Super Bowl from the NFC?
Of course. I have them winning the Super Bowl.
Ooh, that's wild. Okay. I don't think I got anything else from that game. That was an ugly-ass game, man. Panthers with another win, 5-4. My boys.
Golden injury. Did we get any news on that?
They said week to week for him right now. It could play, could not play. They're going to have Monday night, so it's going to be a nightmare decision. But you're not starting him either way at this point. I don't think so. I mean, he's on most of my waiver wires now. $10 holler from my guy Jeff. Great insight from you both all season. Do y'all do any sort of fantasy playoff specific vids? We are definitely going to do that when the fantasy playoffs come around here, Jeff.
I have one out right now,
and he's already dropped a rest of the season. I need to watch the video too. I haven't. The birthday weekend got me all fucked up and behind. So take the Chargers Titans game. Let me hear what you got. And Joe Alt, man, God,
thank you
season
so
is
much.
over.
Thank you so much for this one. Like, I've been so hesitant all year to be like, okay, Omarion Hampton's down, Kamani Vidal. Like, I've been hesitant. I've been like, no, I don't want to ride the Kamani Vidal train. I'm not interested. Then they get like the third most advantageous matchup on the week in PPR format for running backs. They get the Tennessee Titans. Every running back, including their backup, has eaten against the Tennessee Titans, but Kamani Vidal. And this is the one week I was like, okay, fine. I'm going to bite the bullet. I'm going to bet on Kamani Vidal.
Yep, me
Vidal
too.
did nothing. Quentin Johnston came back and fucking like, Quentin Johnston is such an enigma. I said enigma. Don't cancel me. I hate Quentin Johnston with a passion because like the moment you want to believe in him, he fucks off. He disappears. And the moment you don't want to believe in him, he like just shows up and he's like, surprise, I'm back. And it's just it's a terrible relationship. It's a revolving door of just wrong decisions with Quentin Johnston. Just get rid of him. You know, like this is your last sell high window with Quentin Johnson. And as I say this, he's probably going to smash again next week.
Dude, he's so I can't stand predicting that guy, bro. It's so ridiculous.
The Joe Alt situation gives
Bad.
a bump to Ladd McConkey, so it helps my Ladd McConkey situation. But it's just such a travesty. And honestly, when you look at the replay of the injury, it almost looked like it was intentional.
Yeah, it was terrible.
He stopped, dropped, and rolled right into the dude's ankle. Like it looked intentional.
I guess to add on top of that, and you didn't even touch the Titan side because there's not really much to touch besides there's pick 6 and Chimera DK returning the punt for a teeter. Tony Pollard, again, another tough day on the ground. He could be a trade candidate. Tyjae Spears, one of our locks was the receiving yards. That was a hit. And then nothing. I mean, Aya Manor and DK in the receiving game were terrible. Cam Ward is just thrown to the wolves this year, man. It's rough. And an interesting thing is Jared Patterson outrushed Kamani Vidal in this game, which is gross.
It was always Jared Patterson.
It was always Jared Patterson, which is terrible. God, that's bad, man. Trade for May. I would definitely trade for May, Craig. In a 10-team shitload of QBs on the waiver. Yeah, I want the most elite. I'm taking that. My other tight end is Pitts. I still like Pitts. I'm not giving up on Pitts yet. Thank you for the super chat again, Jeff. Jen says 10-team dynasty. These are my favorite. I traded away Darnold, Pittman, and a 26 first for CD in a 10-team. I'm smashing that. JD5 went down, so now my QBs are Dart, Murray, Mariota. I'm in first place, not feeling confident besides Dart. Mariota and Murray, I mean, I guess the super flex, the trade hurts, but getting CD could cover that. I wish I had I could see your team here because I love dynasty trades. I love making moves in super flex, especially. Okay. So Falcons, Patriots, these are your boys. I'll let you take this game again. Travion Henderson got the work. He didn't get the touchdown, but he got the work.
I mean, like, it was almost perfect. And then Tyrell Jennings, and like we were being very facetious about it. We said, oh, maybe Tyrell Jennings will come in and steal a touchdown from Tyrell Jennings. Came in and stole a touchdown from our guy Travion Henderson. But Travion Henderson receiving yards prop was at 15.5, and it was one of my number one locks on the entire
right
week.
Away.
And it hit immediately in the first series or two. So that was good to see. It was nice to see Demario Douglas continue to improve in his role as an explosive pass catcher. If anybody knows anything about me, I'm one of the biggest Demario Douglas, Pop Douglas truthers. I've been a truther forever, and I'm just finally seeing like the fruits of my loyalty pay off and get rewarded.
He's been good, dude. He's been good.
He's but this past performance, like I think he's wide receiver 9 on the week right now. Which is pretty fucking fantastic, especially for all my best ball exposure on Demario Douglas. Kayshon Boutte down with an injury. Hunter Henry looked good. I thought Kyle Pitts would do much better. I will say the one thing I thought that Bijan Robinson would do good. I thought Bijan Robinson would be fine. His floor was 17 fantasy points. he gave you 17 fantasy points. The one place I was fucking completely wrong, entirely wrong, was Christian Gonzalez shutting down Drake London.
Yep.
I was dead wrong there. And I even said, like,
Me
Drake
too.
London is on like a tier of his own in that show. I said he could smash. I'm not starting many people over him. My only issue is, like, I didn't have him ranked high enough, and I kept passing on him in the Drafters Weekly DFS leagues, and he was borderline undrafted. So, boy, do I feel like a dumbass.
Dude, he was big boy red zone target on that
And
game.
Michael Penix looked great. Michael Penix looked really good, and I think he's a fantastic player rest of season. I loved the way Michael Penix played against my Patriots. Like, I always have two TVs on. Like, I have one with NFL Red Zone, and then I have one with the Game of the Hour. And when my Patriots are playing, and they're playing well, because last year I didn't finish a single fucking Patriots game, I promise you. But like, I had them on, and I got to watch the game and break down the game as I was going and taking my notes. Michael Penix looked really good. I think they're a wide receiver 2 away from really being a competitive team. I wouldn't be shocked if, like, they make a move for a guy like Adonai Mitchell.
Oh my God, please let my guy Mitchell loose. I got one for you, though. Have you seen the stat on how many running backs have rushed for over 50 yards in the New England Patriots this year?
No.
0. And
That's
Bijan
impressive.
Robinson didn't get it either, which is crazy.
But he did do it in the receiving game, and his receiving yards prop was boosted up to 37.5, and we still love the over, and it hit.
Right, I know. I'm just saying running yards. Isn't that wild, man? They played some tough running backs, and they just fucking do not give up rush yards.
Yeah.
If I was going to add anything else to that game, I agree on Kyle Pitts. I had him for a smash there. He did not smash at all.
He gave you what, 7, 9 fantasy points PPR?
I know, but I wanted the smash play from him. Stephon Diggs with a nice touchdown again. Hunter Henry, still kind of right in the middle.
I mean, as soon as you saw Cardi B in the press box with Robert Kraft, you knew
you're getting the touchdown.
Yeah.
All right, let's catch up with the chat here. He says, Sam Darnold's been looking absolutely great, Daniel. I thought this team was going to be sick after the draft. Nico, BTJ, Hampton, JD5, Henderson, Worthy, Tech, Kraft. My God, you are down. BTJ, Hampton, JD5, Worthy was down for a bit. Kraft, that's rough. Darnold has been looking good. It's been gross, bloody. I have already got the win for the week, but still have Bam going tonight. Thoughts on Bam? Get rid of him, Jeff. This is probably his last week, even though they updated that Trey Benson may not be back next week. They're not. I don't trust Bam Knight at all. I was shocked for the monster performance of London. So was I. We both were, man. We both were like, be a little afraid. Christian Gonzalez is him. That did not happen.
Yeah, Drake London reestablished himself as him. Drake London's gonna, in theory, should smash again this upcoming week against.
But he's so hard to stop one-on-one
against the Indianapolis Colts. Side note: how many? When you click on the little eye cursor at the top there, how many of my disco balls are watching over on X, so I could yell at them?
104.
104 disco balls watching on X.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you on the Big Draft Energy Twitter channel. Thank you so much. Is it still called Twitter? Thank you so much for tuning in and watching and supporting. Head over to the Sleazebomb YouTube channel, smash a like, subscribe. If you guys want to help the channel grow, the best way you guys could do that is take a moment to click the like button. It costs you nothing, and it means the world because it helps the algorithm pick up our boy and helps him grow his channel here. We're here to answer all of your questions. The trade deadline's imminent. It's coming up. We put in so many countless hours just for this moment. This is our game day. This is what we do. We're here to fucking help you. Head over to Sleazebomb's YouTube channel, smash a like, subscribe, and thank you guys so much for tuning in and supporting.
My guy. So if you're over there, make sure you hop on this side.
Yeah.
Moving on to my 6-3 49ers who just lose another player every single time. Michael Williams is now down for the season. We also lose Pharrell. I mean, it's just never ending. But there's one thing that stays in common, and that is CMC is healthy. And remember when I ranked him number 1 and everyone told me, watch out for JT, man. You don't know. JT did nothing against that Steeler run D, and CMC lit up the New York Giants.
I had CMC number 1 as well.
Your call on the 121 plus yards was money. George Kittle still done nothing since his return, which is kind of worrisome to me. He did score on the Rams on the game 1 of the season or game 2 of the season, so I hope he bounces back this week. Juan Jennings got the touchdown, didn't get the big splash play though that you kind of were looking for, but he did. He still doesn't look right, man. watching him out
He
there. He
found
doesn't
the
look
end zone.
healthy.
That's all that fucking matters. He was a
He did.
fantastic sleeper call, and he fucking hit. Let's go.
He did. And then besides that, it's all CMC, man. Kendrick Bourne, nothing. Sky Moore had a big catch on third down that kind of helped us, and then Jackson Dart had a terrible game going to the last 5 minutes of the game. He scored 14 fantasy points in garbage time, which absolutely saved his day with the rushing touchdown, then the bomb touchdown. He's always going to give you the rushing upside. Wandale Robinson, I liked for a big game. He did have a good PPR game, but not, didn't find a lot of yards, didn't find the end zone. And Theo Johnson with another touchdown. I guess that connection's kind of growing, but not really a lot to like in the New York Giants besides Dart. And he's doing it with not a lot.
I was expecting a lot more from Tyrone Tracy. I think he was the biggest disappointment of the entire week.
Devin Singletary.
And I will say this, George Kittle, I don't know if you saw his post-game presser. He's like, why is there a NFL field and an NFL caliber field that is the laughing stock in a running joke where everybody gets hurt? And why is this still allowed for the Giants field? And that's an excellent point. Like,
everybody goes down at MetLife.
You got to keep it consistent. Yeah, man. The turf monster at MetLife is fucking egregious, and they need to fix the turf there. Like, everybody's worried about the tush push. Worry about players' health and safety by fucking fixing a field that has claimed so many significant talents this year.
I agree.
Since it's been there.
I would also say that I'm not even 49er biased. I would say that, Shanahan and Robert Saleh, coaches of the year, man, with all these fucking injuries. It's nuts.
After Mike Vrabel.
After Mike Vrabel? Yeah. Possibly. It might work that way. The more wins, the better.
Well, this turnaround's been great.
Must catch up. We'll probably have to trade a wide receiver for May. Who would you offer? Nico, Garrett, Wilson, Diggs, Pearsall, Emeka, running back, Swift, Gibbs, Hendo, Ram, and Mason might be able to pair a wide receiver with a running back. So if I was going to move anybody, it definitely would be like Diggs on a high. Pearsall, I'm keeping my 3 of Nico, Garrett, and Emeka. Running backs, Gibbs, you're not moving. Swift, if you have the handcuffed, I would, it was a nice package. Hendo, Mason, Ram. Oof. If I'm looking to try and get a quarterback, and quarterback's value in 10-mans are not as high, so you don't need to trade as much, I don't think, because there's so much on the wire. I would probably just start off with your running back room is not great. I'd try to double up a wide receiver play here. I wouldn't go wide receiver running back. I don't like your running back situation right now, Craig.
Yeah, I think the last thing you need to do, Craig, is trade for a quarterback, especially when you got guys like Caleb Williams and JJ McCarthy available on your waiver wire for streams on a weekly basis. You are doing yourself a disservice. Just play the matchup game. Listen to us for the smash starts. Keep tuning in. We got you there for sure.
I wouldn't do it either.
No, don't trade for a quarterback. Just because you like me and I love me doesn't mean you need to trade for him.
Gladys says, I have Pickens, Aubrey, Chase Brown on a bye. I have Sutton and McMillan on my bench. Any players you'd recommend I pick up this week? I mean, depends. I guess it's roster dependent, but I just, dropped the waiver wire video. My number one target is definitely going to be, if I'm going wide receiver, it's probably Parker Washington, and he got 11 targets.
We need like a siren bell for like a trade alert.
I know,
trade alert.
Right?
Trade alert. The Ravens are trading for Titans edge, Draymond Jones, sending a conditional 5th rounder that could possibly become a 4th rounder, more defensive help in Baltimore from a player who has 4.5 sacks in the last 4 games. There you go. They assured their pass rush.
It's not bad. I don't think I'd do it, Craig, but shoot me a Twitter DM and we'll look at it a little more. But I don't think it's worth it with your roster right now. But send me full pictures. Brock Bowers, monster game, man. He's just a different breed out there, dude.
I'm glad you told me to play him because that was the difference between me making money and not making money in that lineup.
Staying ahead of the waiver wire from Silva, pick up Tillman and Njoku. I'm picking up Njoku for sure. Tillman's going to have some value if the Jerry Jeudy trade happens, which he's on the trade block right now. So, I could see him in Pittsburgh with Aaron Rodgers. I think that'd be a nice fit there if it happened. He said, forgot I have Jay Season as well, but he's never on the block. Sounds good. I'll tune in as always. Yeah, just shoot me a Twitter DM there, and we'll look at that. Colts, Steelers, what do you got for me in this? Somehow the Steeler defense is good every other game. Tell me why.
I mean, I said that the Steelers were going to fucking smash them. I said the Steelers defense was a smash start. How many fantasy points did the Steelers defense
I
get?
think like 16.
Yeah, I said the Steelers were going to dominate defensively. I said Daniel Jones would turn into Danny Dimes would turn into Danny Pesos. It all happened. 6 turnovers is fucking wild. Jonathan Taylor didn't really do much. Jalen Warren, it was never Caleb Johnson. Just putting that out there. Just putting that I was told that I was gonna die on a hill alone that Jalen Warren would be in the conversation as a late
Jalen
winner.
Warren rushed for 1.9 yards per carry.
2 touchdowns.
I know.
2 touchdowns, and he had a couple reception upside plays. I would say my biggest disappointment, and shout out to Debro, shout out
He
to
had
Who
negative
Ames.
2 yards receiving, by the way.
Shout out to Debro. Shout out to whatever the touchdown save. The outing. I don't give a fuck. Shout out to Debro. Shout out to Who Hames, and shout out to my guy Billy Gableman. All telling me you got to start Alec Pierce. He's gonna fucking smash. They called the Alec Pierce show, and Alec Pierce was absolutely phenomenal. So I love that. I listened to them. Downs was okay.
Downs, the
he
guy.
Okay. Pittman was great. DK Metcalf was borderline useless. Fuck, I hate DK Metcalf. That was one of his best matchups. He just sucked. Tyler Warren was probably one of the biggest. Tyler Warren and DK Metcalf and Jonathan Taylor were just the biggest disappointments this week in fantasy, other than Jahmyr Gibbs.
I agree. I would throw in though. Did you notice, dude? First game that Caleb Johnson's outrushed Kenneth Gainwell. Look out there. We got a little life going for Caleb Johnson. Calvin Austin looks like he's going to be the streaker kind of best ball guy. They still need a wide receiver too. I do like Downs every single time he's out there. We lost BDE to the Matrix again. He's good to go. He's back. He's disconnected. He came back in. Jonathan Taylor, bad game. Michael Pittman is just the guy. Danny Dimes just absolutely loves him. Daniel says, is the Steeler defense good rest of the season? Dude, they're good one game, bad the next, good one game, bad the next. That's what we were talking about. Couldn't believe it. I mean, they're good on paper. Do I trust them? They got to show me some consistency first. Lost my boy Kraft, Loveland, and Musgrave is available. I'm probably going Loveland just for the higher upside potential than Musgrave, but Musgrave's not a bad ad as well if you can't get Loveland. Jeff says, I have a roster spot and a roster spot open. Need a wide receiver. Parker Washington is the guy I would get 100%. Power surge, restarting the PC. You're good, brother. So let's cover these last couple games here. Broncos, Texans. This was a game we said literally sit almost everyone in this game, and this game was absolutely ugly. RJ Harvey, is just showing off that he's the electric running back in this system, and I don't know how the Broncos do not see that he's more he can change the game better than J.K. Dobbins by a mile. Cortland Sutton, I didn't like. Of course, he got a 30-yard touchdown. Troy Franklin saw targets galore, which is concerning for Cortland Sutton owners. Like that Oregon connection is coming back a lot more here recently. Besides that, J.K. Dobbins didn't have a great game on the ground. We didn't like that either. C.J. Stroud went down with concussion, and Davis Mills almost kept him in the game for a win, which is even more crazy. We didn't like Chubb or Woody Marks. They both didn't get in, and they both had 1-yard goal line opportunities and still didn't score. So that was ugly. Nico Collins, we said we'll get a little light because Patrick Surtain is down. Dalton Schultz actually had a good game again. He's becoming a weird little piece here for the Houston Texans. But that game was gross to me all the way around. I mean, Kaimi Fairbairn had like 20 fantasy points in that game. You got anything else on the Broncos Texans?
Yeah, Cortland Sutton found the end zone. Shocker.
I know, I couldn't believe that. We were both down on him. Sending over to the Jags Raiders. They got to pull the plug here, man. Geno Smith, I know he had a decent outing because you got 4 touchdowns and you had Brock Bowers just lighting it up, but I saw him miss again a ton of big throws that were costing the game again. ETN I liked as a smash. He saw almost 30 touches. The Byshell Tootin, he got in the end zone as well, stole the red zone, touchdown from ETN, but ETN still dropped 15. Parker Washington leads the Jaguars in targets for the 3rd game this season, which is bonkers. BTJ goes down with the injury. Dammy Brown also had a concussion, so you're probably looking at Parker Washington as your wide receiver 1 here.
But I will say this: BTJ did come back and play in the game.
They're saying high ankle sprain right now, though.
But he did come back and play in the game. So, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. And like the catch, man, it was one of those situations where I was like, yeah, finally. And then no, when you saw him fucking just rolling around in pain.
And
Just,
I will say that Ashton Genty surprised me here in this game, but it wasn't because it was on the ground. It was through the air, and he looked great in the passing game. So I was lower on Genty's rushing yards, but he obviously killed me in the passing game, so I didn't really like him that much. And Brock Bowers is just historically good at tight end. It's not even funny.
yeah,
He can finish his tight end 1 from here, and he missed 4 games.
Yeah,
it's not even out of the question.
Fitz messaged me. He's like, "Are you ready to pick up this Bowers conversation where we left off in Canton?" I'm like, Jesus Christ,
dude, he's built different.
Well, I told him I'd concede publicly if Bowers puts up 17 points on Thursday Night Football against the Denver Broncos.
Right. Jeff says Aaron Jones is expected to play. So, but the thing is you're holding Mason. Now's the time to really hold Mason because, like we were talking about before the show, we think this injury is probably going to lead into another injury. I mean, he's so beat up. His career of injuries is just ridiculous. Jordan Love, good, bad with the offense situation for fantasy. Disco likes him rest of the way. I'm kind of sketchy on it. I don't know how that Packers team's going to look, man. They just keep getting injuries and the ball just spreads around so much. I want to say Jordan Love's the answer, and I do like him as like a top 12, but fuck, they're so inconsistent. Like, it's tough to project them. Saints Rams. We don't got to talk about that game. We knew that'd be a blowout. I like the Blake Corum call though on the 30 yards. That was an easy smash. He almost took a touchdown in 2. Got stopped at the 1. Tyler Shuck looked absolutely terrible. They threw him to the Wolves against one of the best defenses. That was a bad idea. They should have kept at least Rattler in for one more game. Kyren looked great. Stafford looked great. Puka goes down. We don't know how long Puka's out with the chest injury. I think it's like a week or 2 is what they're saying right now. And Devontae Adams can score every single time they're in the red zone. That's all I really got on that game. You got anything else? That was a quick, easy blowout.
Taysom Hill, tight end 1, week 10.
Well, he got to play more than 20% of the snaps.
Taysom Hill, tight end 1, week 10.
All right, here's the game. I'll let you talk about it. Your boy lost to Josh Allen. How? What happened?
He didn't have his offensive line.
Simmons
wasn't there. The right tackle got hurt. The running game was non-existent. He didn't have time, and like the pass rush for the Buffalo Bills did exactly what they were supposed to do, and that's what they retooled them to do in the offseason. They brought in like 4 pass rushers, really, really high-end pass rushers to get after Patrick Mahomes exclusively. Like the Kansas City Chiefs had to make up like blocking schemes where you're not blocking a defensive end to try to block the defensive end. Make it make sense. I mean, that's just crazy 3D chess, like alien shit that I've never even considered or thought about as a former offensive lineman myself. Josh Simmons should be back after the bye. He's reuniting with the team after he spent like 3 weeks away from the team with a family issue, and this was by far and away the toughest matchup and pass rush that they faced. And like we all know how it goes. And during the regular season,
the Bills always win.
Josh Allen spanks Patrick Mahomes, and then when it matters, Josh Allen wants to go golfing early. So, like, fuck, that's what happened.
All right, so here's the one question: are we done with this? Brashard Smith is a top 5 running back the rest of the season nonsense because this guy is not the guy.
When did I ever utter the words Brashard Smith is a top 5 running back the rest of the season or at any point?
Down the stretch, you were saying that he has top 5.
I said for your fantasy football playoffs. And I have these clips, and I have this quoted for your fantasy football playoffs. Brashard Smith will be a top 5 running back for your fantasy football playoffs.
I don't even think he's going to see.
And no, I'm not dropping that. So let's revisit it in the fantasy football championships. Okay.
All right, Xavier Worthy again. No floor game for him. 3 for 23. Kareem Hunt was the guy. James Cook absolutely destroys. There's a reason I had him as running back 1 for the rest of the season. I think he's going to absolutely dominate fantasy football. Dalton Kincaid with a monster game, and everyone talked me out of him. I fucking knew it. I liked him a lot. I like Shakir, but he didn't get loose. It was all short stuff for Shakir. This was, Keon Coleman was supposed to have a big game here. He's just droppable at this point. Bad call there on his breakout year coming for him. And Josh Allen, man, I had him as QB1. Mahomes got absolutely destroyed in that game. I'm blown away, but that happens every year in the season. That's true.
I'm just sitting here praying that Brian Thomas Jr. gets traded to the Buffalo Bills. Like that's what I'm praying for more
That
than
would hurt.
anything.
That would hurt him.
That would make I don't know. I think that would be great.
Okay, last game here before we dive into Monday Night Football, and then I literally got to pick up my mom from the airport here, like right after the show's over. Sam Darnold looked absolutely great. Kenneth Walker again, just another 4-point fucking game. Charbonnet again, 25 yards, nothing great there. They blew him out, and they still didn't even use Kenneth Walker in a touchdown situation. They gave it to AJ Barner for a freaking wildcat run, which is wild.
Yeah, and like he looked good in the first two series. Canine,
he did. I mean, but
yeah, and Torrey Horton, holy man alive.
He looked great. I think everyone's going to run to the waiver wire, and then Cooper Kupp's back next week, and it's going to be wasted
But
we'll
even
see.
then, you can't look at what Torrey Horton did and just be like, we're not going to go into the more 3 wide receiver sets and use him a little bit more often because he looked really good, man.
I know, but they run a ton of 12 tight end personnel with Elijah and Barner, and when Kupp's back, it's just it's tough.
I'm glad Elijah hit. That was nice to see.
He did. And Jackson Smith and Jigba guys is chasing 2,000 fucking yards, which is just bonkers. This guy is on a different planet. He's running so smooth out there. I gotta say, he's the best wide receiver right now. It's like fun to watch. It's crazy.
And I will say this: I'm still banking on Sam Darnold to start seeing ghosts.
And then JD5 has the gross ass elbow injury, which was disgusting. The Corey Krosky Merritt I knew was not a fucking start, and I started him in my league. God, he's been terrible. Zach Ertz, I mean, we liked him for 3.5 receptions. At least he hit that. Debo Samuel did nothing. I mean,
nothing.
The Commanders' offense is looking really, really bad from here on out.
Debo Samuel was a sell high for me after the first 3 weeks.
He should be a trade candidate right now, right? Like he's on a 1-year contract.
I don't think you pick him up to trade him. Like,
no, I mean like Steelers, playoff team, they don't go after him. Terry McLaurin's already ruled out.
That's unlike Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn wouldn't give up on a guy like that.
I mean, I don't know if I trust anything in the Washington offense from here on out. That's the worst thing to say. All right. So we covered all the games. Monday Night Football, Cowboys, Cardinals, over under 53.5. I like the under, and I like the Cowboys to cover.
I love the over.
You think it's going to go over?
Yes.
I don't know if I trust Jacoby Brissett, but we'll see.
Oh, you should listen, man. We didn't know if we should trust Justin Fields. We didn't know if we could, expect T. Higgins to go for fucking 50 fantasy points of what it seemed. By the way, T. Higgins is hurt. What's the injury?
He already cleared concussion protocol.
It was concussion. Okay. I'm just literally asking what the injury was. I had no idea what the injury was. Are you doing it on
draft? It in one day. Yeah, I'm putting up drafters.
Okay.
Frank says, "What's cracking? Hit the Menunjai." Oh, dude. If you get in freaking ladder up Menunjai, what did I say? 130, dude. Oh my god, I could have crushed even more with him.
The Menunjai rush attempts was fucking free.
Mm-hmm. Chase Brown's 11.5, and your passing yards on Daniel Jones was money.
Yep.
All right. So, what do you like?
Frankie Nunez, spread the wealth, man. Fucking leave a $2 donor or something. Jeez, let's get weird, man. You're welcome. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
What do you like from this game? You lead it off here. I'm gonna make a full ticket. We're gonna try and knock one up. I'm gonna do it on underdog, but I'm gonna keep it up here.
We're doing a full ticket.
Yeah, we'll try to hit a full ticket tonight.
Fuck.
You like McBride receiving, right? You like Javonte rushing.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Oh my god, his rush yards went up to 72.
I like Chad Ryland over 7.5 kicker points.
Okay,
you're up.
I'm gonna take Trey McBride receiving yards.
69.
Yeah.
All right.
Favorite number.
Yeah. I'm going to take George Pickens over 23.5 longest reception.
Oof. Okay. That one always makes me nervous. I'm going to take CeeDee Lamb over 6.5 receptions.
I'm going to take Javonte Williams over 16.5 rush attempts.
Okay. I'm going to take Jacoby Brissett over 238 passing.
Can't.
Well, I'm going to do it on underdog.
Oh, fuck you. Okay. I see how it is. I'm going to take Michael Wilson over 14.5 longest reception.
16. Michael Wilson.
Michael
Okay.
Wilson.
15.5 on UD, your longest reception, or 2.5 receptions?
14.5 longest reception.
Okay. God, that's nerve-wracking with him.
Okay, you can take the receptions. I don't get the option of
fine.
receptions here.
I don't like the 2.5 receptions. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Now I need one more. We don't like anything Marv.
Well,
59.5, 23.5. I don't trust him.
Okay.
What about your boy DeMercado? No, he doesn't even have any props. Just touchdown. Shoemaker, Malik Davis. Bam Knight, 52.5 rushing yards under. Thoughts?
I just don't think we need to add another fucking pick to the ticket and just let it ride.
Just let it ride. All right.
Yeah. All right. I'm taking Marvin Harrison. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to put a 10 banger on this. 6 tickets.
10 to win 406.
For me, it's 10 to win 350.
All right. Let's rock and roll. Should I flex? Should I fucking
safety it? I don't know how the safety works over there.
Safety gives you 217, 5 correct,
Yes.
310, 6 correct, 17.
Safety it. If that's how safeties work over there, then safety it.
All right.
I feel good about this ticket.
I do. I'm not mad at it. But
I would have preferred Trey McBride's receptions, but you said you're willing to ladder it up to what, 90?
Yes.
Okay.
I like Trey McBride all the way.
All right, I got a couple teams tonight. I got one in the Thursday night football, the Sunday night football, Monday night football whale, and then one in the Monday night football, Thursday night football splash.
Hang on. Okay, Javonte. We're going with rush attempts, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I got a screenshot for the community.
238 passing yards for Brissett. Locking that in. Lamb. 6.5 receptions. Oh God, this is wild. I am going to take the Bam under the rushing. I don't think he's getting 52 yards.
Wow, man. just going to sideswipe me like that after I lock my ticket in. Cool.
Michael Wilson, 2.5, 28.5, or longest reception, 15.5.
Whatever. I said longest reception, but if you want to change it up, by all means.
Let's go for it. Lock it in. I'm going to share it to you and Dan right now.
All right. And I shared it to the Discord.
Got you. All right, guys. Game prediction. I'm going 34-21 Cowboys. What are you going with?
34-21.
Yep. We them boys.
That's 55 points. And you said you like the under.
Yeah. 31-20 Cowboys.
Okay. Cool. I'm going to say it's going to be 30-27 Cowboys.
Oof. All right. I'm here for it. All right, guys. Recap is in. Where we're right, where we're wrong. We'll be back on Thursday. I've literally got to head to the airport right now. The mom flies in 30 minutes. Got to get her van and everything. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'll catch you guys back on Thursday. All the videos start up. Make sure you subscribe to Big Draft Energy as well on YouTube if you have not. Peace.